Is this an attempt to mirror the ECW small, I wouldn't say backyard, but homegrown kind of feel on TV?
Well, just the live Saturday night television, whether it be Memphis TV, it was going to be, and Vince loved it. And also because it was from downtown New York City, which meant for us a trip every Saturday night into the freaking city. But yeah, it was going to be a combination of live television, like the Memphis TV, with the ECW grittiness and shotgun Saturday night. Somehow that was cool because I've not seen any shotguns in New York City on Saturday night. It's probably the only thing I haven't seen.
They were there. You missed them, fortunately.
But you know, I don't know. But yeah, it was, and it meant we had to fly talent in from wherever they were on tour because it was a weekend. First Saturday night, you had to rebook weekend cards to make people available. There wasn't a whole crew or a huge crew, but still it was a lot of people. And for the first several, we had to go downtown. And then suddenly, it was one of those ideas that Vince loved the idea of, but once it was going into execution, then other things came along that took a little bit more priority. And then quickly it was changed to different locations. And then I don't remember how long it took, but it
fizzled.
It fizzled. Vince loved the idea of, for some reason, having these guys in nun outfits coming down the steps of the famous New York landmark. Forgive me, I have no idea what the fuck it was, but it was some church of some description. We saw a real nun looking like, what are they doing? They filmed them coming down the stairs of this place, and that was either the same week or the week before that I took little mini Vader. This was the deal. And, folks, believe me, I was trying to be a good boy and go along, right? Vince thought it would be hilarious if I met Mini Vader at the bus station. What do they call the bus station there? The Port Authority or the Grand Central Station, whatever the fuck it is. And the Mini Vader comes off the bus from Mexico in his Mini Vader outfit, and I take him to the bathroom, but he's too short and he can't reach the urinal, so I'm having to try to pay and going, jump, jump. But the urinals were only this far off the ground when we go in there to begin with, and also we don't have permits to film this shit. He wanted to guerrilla film it. So there we're in a limousine, me and Vince and Bruce Pritchard and the fucking Mexican midget, and I can't remember who else with a small camera crew just running in there. And the urinals are this low from the ground anyway, so he didn't even have to jump. Even the midget could piss in the urinal. Apparently they've thought of these things at the bus station. They weren't as cruel to vertically challenge people as Vince thought they were. So it was just...
In New York City, you probably didn't get any strange looks for a Mexican midget in a fetish mask.
Yeah, once again, no, not that many people were really making a big deal out of it, which I also found off-putting and wanted to get the fuck out of there. No, she was not really topless. She had Band-Aids over the goods on the front, Marlena, when she did but that was another, we're going to shock them. Well, her back was to the camera and she flashes whoever the fuck, and that was when the midget pushed me down and they pantsed me and I ran down the street naked. I think that was the same night from the other nightclub, not even the big nightclub, but the shitty one that they went to. Todd was very talented. Todd was a morning DJ on one of the stations in New York, and Todd did at the Slammies in whatever, 96, did the greatest opening song number where he wrote a song mentioning all the various WWF talent. It was like 4.5 minutes long. He performed it, he danced, he did the whole big show tune thing. He was great. Didn't know shit from apple butter about professional wrestling is a problem. And also, this was either a Kevin Dunn thing because he was a real on-air personality, or there was this woman named Lisa Wolf that was I'm trying to remember what her title was. She was the hiring girl. Has anybody remember Lisa Wolf? Boy, if J.J. Dillon was here, he'd know all these titles.
Human relations?
Human resources. No, that she was actually over human resources. At some point when Vince had gotten in trouble, they'd hired a woman to do the outside, or to do the hiring and the deals and everything from the outside. And this woman, she gave away money to people She had no idea. Todd Pettingill was making like $250,000 a year to like phone in voiceovers and come up once a week and do stand-ups or some shit. So everybody knew Todd was making a lot of money, but they tolerated it. But it wasn't like there was a lot of. He wasn't even around that much.
Okay. You do the guest commentary on the minis match. Pardon me. Is this your first time calling a lucha match? How about a minis match?
And probably, you'll find a recurring theme in this video, folks, is much like an Auschwitz survivor or a person who's been through a traumatic rape. I have put a lot of this stuff out of my memory because I was living in Connecticut and being stripped on Shotgun Saturday Night by Mexican midgets. So forgive me for blocking. I didn't remember I did the commentary, but now I do, and yes, it was.
Well, you mentioned getting your pants stripped off by the Mexican minis. Was this
all I remember?
a
I have the
Russo?
picture, actually. No, this was
Patterson?
this Vince McMahon. He wasn't picking on me. This was the kind of shit he wanted on Shotgun Saturday Night. The girls dancing in cages and the midget piss jokes, and I just hated it.
Which do you think USA would have objected to more, you without pants or Marlena topless?
Probably me without pants, but I went and bought, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I got the big boxers, big white floppy boxers, and I couldn't find any with hearts on them, so I actually took a red Sharpie and did the hearts, because I put pride in my work. If I'm going to be a buffoon, I'm going to be the best buffoon. But it was just...